Hi, my name is Samantha, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a blown out smoky eye paired with the perfect nude lip. So I've already prepped her eyes using a lighter shade concealer. This is going to give us a nice even base. It's going to help the shadows blend better and appear more vibrant. So I'm going to be taking our new Loveless Disco eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be dipping into the first transition shade to build the blown out effect. And I'm going to be using windshield wiper and circular motions to really define the crease and get that shape created. So I'm just using medium pressure, and you can dip back and forth into that shadow until you're comfortable with how the look is coming out. So once we have a good base created, we're going to move to the other eye. And again, just doing the same motion. And as you can see, is I'm actually following the structure of her brow. And the reason I'm doing this is because brows shape your face. So even though this is going to be a more exaggerated look, we want it to still frame her face more naturally and still look really beautiful and really keep her natural features accentuated. So I'm just going to keep dipping back into that shadow until I'm comfortable with how the look is coming out. Perfect. And again, I'm just pulling the shadow outward, following the tail of her brow. And I'm doing this because that's what's going to create the top half of our V shape for this blown out look. So next I'm going to be bumping into this darker shade, and I'm going to be using the same shadow brush. And I like to use something that is fluffier because it's going to help ensure that everything is diffused really beautifully and ensure that there are no harsh lines when I'm blending everything out. And I'm going to be using larger circular blending movements. That way everything's really soft, and it's going to ensure that I'm blending inward and outward at the same time to really create that blown out effect. Perfect. And a tip that I like to have is to actually hold the brush towards the outer part or towards the end of the brush. It's going to ensure that you're not packing too hard if you were to hold too close. It's going to make sure that you still have control, but you're not going to apply too much pressure or too much product where you're placing your product. And again, I'm just using larger circular movements to ensure that I'm creating that V shape. Perfect. So I'm just going to keep defining the outer corner until I'm comfortable with how the depth of this look is coming out. We want to create the dimension so there's more of a smoky gradient effect when I pack this black shimmer on the lid and smoke that out. Perfect. So now we're going to move into the black shimmer shade, and I'm going to be using a all over shadow that is a little bit fluffier. And I'm just going to dip it straight in. And my goal for this is to really have a nice diffused effect. I don't want something that is going to be too harsh. So my goal for using the brush, I'm going to flip it upside down, and it's going to ensure that I'm going to get the most opaque color payoff towards the lid and really smoke it out towards the crease. And I'm just going to jump back and forth with the first blending brush that I was using to blend out any harsh edges that I may have and pull out that dark shadow towards the outer corner, and that's what's going to connect that V shape. And I'm just gonna keep patting until I feel like I have enough color payoff on the lid.